Hey guys, so today I'll be doing the unboxing of the Creality CR-7 3D printer. A review will come soon after, once I have finished to build this up. Got it from Gearbest. It came in around 10 to 15 days from China to France, so pretty quick. Also delivered to my door without problem or without any custom duties, so which is great. So here it is, the Creality CR-7. It's coming in packaging with both English and Chinese description. So yeah, build volume is 13 centimeters per 15 per 10, so which is great. It weighs 4.8 kilograms. As you can see, there's pretty much some details right here. And, it's a pretty well package for a cheap printer like this one. So let's see what's inside. So you have a part list with everything that is inside the package. So there are all the pieces. They're pretty well protected inside this foam, so it doesn't get damaged with shipping. It comes with USB cable. There's even a spool to remove the print, which is great on a cheap printer. You have your power adapters, which European plug, which is great. And these are all the screws, the bearings, and this is the hot end. It's pretty nice looking. It's looks like a full metal hot end, although there's a PETG tube. And there you go. I won't be doing a full unpacking of every package content, but I'll be starting to build this up and let you know on the review how it goes. Here you have the stepper motors. They look pretty nice. It's pretty well packaged overall. And you also have somewhere, I don't know exactly where, an SD card with all the mounting instruction. So hey guys, so today I'll be reviewing the Creality CR-7 desktop 3D printer. It's a 3D printer with a build volume of 30 centimeters per 15 centimeters per 10 centimeters instead of 8. This 3D printer is a kit, which means you have to build it yourself. It says on the website that build time is about 1 hour from someone who has experience with 3D printer, but I think that fair build time will be more around 5 to 6 hours. You can probably build it in 3 hours if you know what you're doing and you have really some experience with 3D printers, but I don't think it's possible to build this in 1 hour. Anyway, it's a great 3D printer. It comes at 150 bucks approximately. Got this one from Gearbest. It can print PLA, flexible PLA, rubber, or even some wood or copper PLA. It will also print fine PETG as long as you put some blue tape on the build plate. And you can use Cura or repeater host as a slicing software, and the firmware on the printer is just like any Prusa Mendel type firmware. Now, is this a great 3D printer? Well, first of all, let's think about the build. This 3D printer is really easy to build. You have some information on the SD card, and you have a video explaining all the steps you need to follow in order to build this 3D printer. You also have each screw and nuts, and each part of the 3D printer is labeled with, for example, M5 nuts or M4 screw. So you can't really mess up with installing the wrong screw, because in the video all the screws are indicated, and it's really easy if you follow the video. This is my best advice here, is just once you get a 3D printer, just look on the SD card and follow the video. It will be really easy, and you don't need any experience with building 3D printer. It's actually the first 3D printer in a kit that I built. I also have 2 other 3D printer, but they were already pre-assembled, and this one is the first one that I built from scratch, and it's really easy to build. The only trouble I had while assembling this 3D printer was on the Z-axis right there. It's just that the motors need to be adjusted in order for the Z-axis to be really parallel to the frame, and I had to struggle a little bit right there in order to get the stepper motor straight. But it can be easily fixed, and it's not really that much of a problem. You also need to be careful when adjusting the belt length. You want to have your X and Y axis belt really tight in order to have really clean print. Now about the software configuration. You have on the SD card first download link to download either Cura or repeater host, and what is great about this printer is that you have all the configuration files and information about how to configure your slicer in order to print well. I know that configuration of the slicer may be difficult sometimes, and might be the critical part in order to get great print, and this one comes with all the details you need. For example, I have a Creality which is the Melian M150, which is also a great printer, but it didn't come with instruction on how to configure either Cura or repeater host, so it's pretty difficult to have great print if you don't really know how to configure well the software. And the great part about this one is that you have all the configuration information needed in the SD card, so you can't really go wrong with the first print. Now, is this a great 3D printer? I mean, it's one of the cheapest one, probably the cheapest one you'll ever find at 150 bucks for a build size of 13 cm per 15 cm. I don't think you can find cheaper than this 3D printer. And in fact, it's really great. I mean, first of all, it's the most quiet 3D printer I've ever seen. It's because of this system you see right there. There's some wheels and bearing that are sliding onto the steel frame, and it's super quiet. First of all, you can't hear the bearing at all. Same for the build plate. It's super quiet. And I will post some video, as you can see, of sound comparison between the Melian M150, which is a basic Precise 3D printer, and the Creality CR-7. And you can see that the Creality is very quiet, so it's definitely a printer that you can take in your room or in your living room without problem. What I like about this 3D printer too is the fact that it's really small and portable. You can literally take it anywhere. You can have it, for example, in your living room, then move it to another room. It won't be a problem. It's also pretty small, so if you have a small desk and want to have a 3D printer, maybe you don't have the room for a full-size Precise 3D or big 3D printer, this will be the right printer for you, because it's really portable overall. Plus the power source is 12 volt, so you can either plug it on DC with the power adapter that comes with it, but you could also, for example, plug in a 3-cell LiPo in order to have a really portable 3D printer. and take it, for example, if you're racing drone and have 3D printed part on your race drone, you can take it to the field. If you ever have some repair to do, this will do the job without any problem. Now, does it print good? In fact, it prints PLA really well. As you can see, this is a time-lapse of my very first print. It's a low poly Pikachu, and it came out really there without any adjustment. It's overall a great 3D printer to print between 30mm per second and 40mm per second. I haven't tried to print faster, but it's already a great print speed in my opinion for such a small printer. The hot end is really great. It's very similar to an E3D hot end. It's like maybe a clone of an E3D hot end with some extra protection, as you can see right there. Now, should you get this 3D printer, or is it a great 3D printer? In my opinion, this is an amazing printer. First of all, it's super quiet, it's super portable, it's really small, and it will print PLA, PETG or other material really without problem, really fine. However, there's not, it's just missing a heated bed from factory. There is an expansion port on the main card, so you could add a heated bed if you want. And as I said, if you put some blue tape on the build plate, you could also print, for example, PETG, which is just as strong as ABS in my opinion, so it's a really convenient 3D printer overall.